In response to the tragic killing of a migrant worker in Jammu and Kashmir, Inspector General of Police V.K. Birdi calls for heightened anti-terror operations to tackle the remaining threats. This video covers Birdi's directives, including a review meeting with security forces, aimed at ensuring the safety of citizens and safeguarding the electoral process. Today's next news is, Odisha gears up for its first phase of Lok Sabha elections, where women voters take the lead in significant numbers, with 4 constituencies and 28 assembly seats at stake. CEO Nikunja Bihari Dhal reveals a remarkable statistic. Out of over 62 million voters, women outnumber men. Amidst preparations and enforcement actions, including cash and drug seizures worth millions, the stage is set for a pivotal electoral event. Today's next news is, India celebrates a significant achievement as it successfully tests its indigenous technology cruise missile off the coast of Odisha. The Defence Research and Development Organisation reports flawless performance of all subsystems, marking a major milestone in indigenous defence R&D. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh lauds the Defence Research and Development Organisation for the milestone, emphasizing the significance of this long-range subsonic cruise missile powered by indigenous propulsion. The successful test showcases the prowess of Indian defence technology. Today's next news is, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman reassures India's readiness to address potential economic repercussions from the Iran-Israel conflict. Despite uncertainty, she emphasizes proactive measures to safeguard India's interests. While global oil prices remain stable, escalating tensions could impact India's oil import bill, given its significant reliance on imports. With 85% of its oil needs sourced overseas, India remains vigilant amid geopolitical uncertainties. Today's next news is, an Indian woman, Anne Tesser Joseph, a crew member on the MSC Aries container vessel seized by Iran, has safely returned to Kochi. The External Affairs Ministry confirmed her safe arrival, highlighting the collaborative efforts between the Indian mission in Tehran and the Iranian government. Currently, 16 other Indian crew members remain aboard the vessel, seized by Iran's Revolutionary Guards in the Strait of Hormuz. The ministry assures that they are in good health and maintains contact with their families in India. Today's next news is, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman in an exclusive interview with CNBC Awaaz as she emphasizes the Indian government's commitment to transforming India into a global manufacturing powerhouse. Discover why India's skilled workforce and cost advantages are enticing global giants to establish manufacturing bases in the country. Hear her views on Elon Musk's Tesla Inc. entering the Indian market and its potential impact on India's manufacturing landscape. Today's next news is, the Enforcement Directorate reveals in court that Delhi's Chief Minister, Arvind Kejriwal, is intentionally consuming specific foods to elevate his blood sugar levels while in jail. This revelation surfaces amidst Kejriwal's plea for medical monitoring and virtual consultations. The Enforcement Directorate assertion suggests a strategic move to secure bail on medical grounds, stirring controversy and legal debate. Today's next news is, the Singapore Food Agency has ordered a recall of Everest's fish curry masala, imported from India, due to excessive levels of the pesticide ethylene oxide. This decision follows a notification from the Center for Food Safety in Hong Kong. The pesticide, not authorized for food use, poses health risks. The importer, SP Mutiar and Sons, has been directed to recall the products, emphasizing ongoing efforts to ensure food safety. Today's next news is, TCRA's latest report revealing projections of a 12 to 15% decline in the domestic mining and construction equipment industry for financial year 2025. The video delves into the factors driving this downturn, including the slowdown in new project orders amidst Lok Sabha elections and the monsoon's impact on construction activities. Understand the implications of this reversal after 2 years of robust growth and gain insights into the industry's future trajectory. Today's next news is: amid rising temperatures and the approaching Lok Sabha elections, the West Bengal government has advanced the summer vacation for state-run and aided schools to April 22. This decision affects both students and staff, with exceptions for certain hill areas. The move comes as schools in northern Bengal are converted into election booths and security camps.